Hi everyone, it's Teresa. Welcome back to my channel and welcome if you're new. I've got my first what I've been warming using video and I'm well excited. It's mostly wax melt, but I've got some other bits and bobs in there as well. So if it's anything that's fragranced and I've used it, then it's in my little tub. I started off in a Quality Street tub and then it expanded. So I've got loads to put in the recycling after this. So there's various different companies in here that I've used, some Scentsy and some others. So I'll go through them. I'll go through how they did for me. Yeah, and then I'm going to keep up with this weekly. I've got another couple of videos to go after this as well. So yeah, I'm trying to keep up with what I'm doing at the minute. So let's get into it. So first of all, I have Party Light. Now I haven't reviewed Party Light on my channel, but fun fact, I first got into home fragrance and wax melt because of Party Light. An old neighbour of mine invited me to a candle party quite a few years ago now, and I discovered their candles, which were amazing, and I do still buy Party Light candles every now and again, but also they had wax melts, and this is Sea Glass, and it was the first scent I ever proper fell in love with. And I was going through all of my collection the other day to kind of see what I've got, and I can't believe I still had this. So I've used it now, and yeah, they don't even look like this anymore, and they're certainly not this price anymore. But I've just had a little look on Party Light, and for something similar to this and 7 or 8 kind of segments is £11.45, and you guys know how I feel about that kind of price. So this was a blast for the past for me, and it was a very good kind of sweet aquatic kind of scent, and I've loved having it again. It's very hard wax Party Light compared to Scentsy, but it does melt in all my warmers absolutely fine. So if they have a sale on, I still might, but it would have to be a pretty good sale for me to go back to Party Light. But it was good and I enjoyed it while it lasted, and they always performed quite well for me, to be fair. But that's what started me on this whole obsessed with scent journey, so I can't be too harsh on them. Right, we've got a couple of Scentsy next. So Berry Blessed, use this one up. This might be out of season for a few people because it is traditionally in the winter catalogue, but I just really like it. It is, from memory, it's like vanilla, sparkling sugar and cranberry, I want to say, but I just find it a quite kind of spritzy berry scent and also very strong, so I just fancied it. So again, this is probably a bit controversial, but in my lounge I have 2 25-watt warmers, and I'll put 2 cubes in each, and that might be a lot of wax for some people to use, but I've found with Scentsy, generally speaking, if I do that, it lasts for days, so I get a stronger throw generally speaking, and I get at least 4 days out the wax. So you could do 2 cubes and then you get 2 days, but then sometimes I just want to kind of let it go, and this one's always been a brilliant performer for me. So Very Blessed, so I've used that one up. Next I have another Scentsy, which was Strawberries and Sunshine. This is part of the Mother's Day collection. So here in the UK we've had this one out for quite a while. In fact, I think it's probably going away soon, I imagine. I've already reviewed this one in full as part of the Mother's Day collection, so if you want to go back a few videos you'll find it. But generally it's something like strawberry, yuzu and white woods, and I like this one, and again I did the 4 cubes in here, 2 in each warmer, and I got a good 3 days out of it, and it was a good medium strength. But that one, I get kind of like the strawberry citrus in that one. I don't really get the white woods, or it doesn't come across as woodsy to me. So that was my Scentsy. And then what have I got? Oh yeah, I've got the Ava Mayfair. This is a Snow Pixie. So again, I've just reviewed Ava Mayfair and I had 2 of these left. So I've now used the Snow Pixie. Again, the performance was pretty much the same as all of the others. That one maybe lasted slightly less time, which I didn't mind because, as we know, that's not my favourite scent in the world, but it was very well done. It was well blended. Right, what have I got in here now? I've got a mix of all sorts today, guys. Right, Ella and I. So again, I've reviewed these a little while ago, and I just had half a gel pot left. These are the gel melts. This one's Luna, which was a dupe from Scentsy's Luna. And yeah, this one, I think there must have been less than half a pot left, because you're kind of tearing the gel, so it's like guessing. But again, smells like Luna. It was kind of like medium strength, and then it went lighter on day 2. And then again, you just turn the warmers off for, I don't know, 10-15 minutes, and then you can just peel the gel out. It's really, really convenient. The other one I had left from Ella and I was Daisy's. So this is a dupe of Marc Jacobs Daisy. And again, really good. Performance was the same as it was first time round. So I believe this one was stronger. And again, I got a good kind of 2 to 3 days out of that. So that's Ella and I. And I think that's pretty much me finished what I'd bought of them now. I found more Scentsy. So Scentsy pods this time round in Winter Twilight. Again, this is probably a traditional, well, it was part of their autumn collection, I think. Don't think it was winter. Could be wrong. But for me, this one smells like Mentos, the minty sweets Mentos. Mentos. Anyway, so I have a wall fan diffuser at the bottom of my stairs. I've always had it in there. And I just pick a pod and put it in. So I do one at a time. I always have. So the last one's just about dead. So I'll pop that in the recycling afterwards. So yeah, so in the hallway, I'm not as much of a kind of seasonal diffuser melter. I just whack whatever I find in there. What have we got? Oh, we've got more Scentsy. Oh yeah, so this is what I was doing as well. I've got loads of these Scentsy tester pots. So if I did a combo, I've sellotaped them together. So what I did, and because I've got some duplicates from over the years, I kind of mix them together. So this mix was April vanilla and coconuts for coconuts, which was probably a bit of a random combo on my part. Apricot vanilla is quite light, and it is essentially kind of something like apricot and ice cream, I think. And coconuts for coconuts is a, to me, very floral. I think it's tiara flower and coconut. It's very strong. So this probably wasn't the best combo because the apricot vanilla got lost basically. But I did each of these. I did this in like my 15 watt mini in the kitchen and this in my 20 watt because again, it's probably about, in all, about 3 cubes of wax, which again feels a bit extreme, but then it goes for ages. So yeah, that was quite good to use up because like I say, I'm trying to make a conscious effort to get through my testers. And I've got another Scentsy tester combo. So this time round, I did in the lounge, Coastal Sunset and Enchanted Woods. So to me, these are very, very similar. And I looked at the scent notes, and Coastal Sunset is something along the lines of coconut, sandalwood, and amber, I think. And Enchanted Woods is coconut milk, sandalwood, and yeah. So to me, they're very coconut sandalwood combos. But also these two are powerhouses to me separately. So again, I did this in one 25 watt warmer and this in the other, and it went for days. Like these little testers, I know all together that's quite a lot of wax generally speaking, but that went 4 days, I think, maybe even longer, 4-5 days. So that was a really successful mix. But again, well, I think we had like one rainy day or something and I just wanted something else, but I'm trying to go through all of my testers, so you'll see those, but I'll sellotape together what I use so you'll see what combo I've got. But generally speaking, I probably won't use one at a time. I'll probably find like a combo or something. Right, next we've got the Sense and Sensibility ones. As we know, I am absolutely loving this company. So this is what I've used up from them so far, and I've got more already on the go. So banana milkshake. So I've already reviewed this, but this was one that I got as part of like a mystery bundle, and it smells exactly like banana yazoo. So really fun. I put it in my kitchen and I had 4 cubes left, so again I doubled my wax and I did 2 in each of the warmers, and I got probably 2 days out of it. But again, banana and vanilla based scents are never going to last ages. But what I would probably do next time, or if you've got a banana scent and you're not a huge fan of just having banana, then mix it with a coconut, and then you get kind of like a pina colada kind of tropical vibe. If you just want to take the edge off the banana, that's what I would suggest. So that's that one. Limitless, I used this one up. So again, I had 4 cubes left, and I did both 2 cubes each in the kitchen warmers. And I think I said in my first video I liked it, but at the time, because of all of the other amazing blends I'd never smelled before, this one was a little bit more run-of-the-mill. But it smells like salty water, salty oceanic ozone. But it was, again, perfect in the kitchen, and I did find, because I used a bit more cubes, that it was stronger than when I reviewed it a couple of videos ago. So yeah, that was really good. These guys don't have a bad scent, to be fair. Fresh linen, so again, did the same. These are all kind of kitchen kind of smells for me. Yeah, this is classic kind of like clean laundry. I think it's, I don't know, but I think it's one of their top sellers. Yeah, amazing. And again, did the 4 cubes in the kitchen, melted absolutely fine, and went for days. And what's nice is, because their warmers are on all the time for me, just kind of walking into my kitchen on a morning and it's smelling like linen rather than my little doggos. Brilliant. I make it sound like my dogs really smell. I don't, they don't, but if you have dogs, you know what I mean. Okay, Ooh, All Night Baby. I loved this one. And again, I'm probably going to like do a little cheeky request to bring this one back. I'll tell you how to do that in a minute, because there's another one I'm going to do that for. So I think this one was someone's custom blend, and it was like the baby bedtime, like the Johnson's one, plus I think it was fruit, I want to say. I think it was like with berries and stuff. Oh, it was amazing. I did this one in my bedroom, and again, when I first reviewed these, I just did 2 cubes because I wanted to see how strong they were. And this time round, because I already knew how strong they were, I wanted them to like last longer. So I doubled up. Yeah, like I say, then you kind of double in the time that you get out of each one. So sometimes that's nicer to do, so you're not changing your wax so often. Oh, Shadow Queen. Absolutely flippin' love this one. Love, love, love this one. It is... Oh, it's good. I asked what the scent notes were because this one had disappeared again. And as I've said in my last video for these guys, like, scents come and go because they've got the oils, they pour them, and then they've got new blends like all the time. But this was essentially something along the lines of, a lady did tell me, but it's kind of like berries, amber, sandalwood, and it's got a little bit of sweetness. It is flippin' lovely. So what I did with Shadow Queen is, on their community page, if you're part of the Facebook group, they've got like segment pot requests, and that's what this is. And any customer, anybody in that group, you can pop a request in there. So they're not going to guarantee that it comes back, but they'll probably have a little look every now and again at how many people are requesting what, and then they might get that fragrance oil in. So there's no promises or guarantees, but there's at least a space where you can write your request down, and then they'll understand and have a bit of a steer on what's working really well for the customers. So that's a really cool option. Right, Pajama Rama. This was a sample that they gave me in one of my deliveries, which was really kind of them, and that was their kind of I wouldn't say it was a dupe, but their take on Jammy Time. So that one I did. I thought I did it with. Oh yes, I had a shot pot as well, as they call it, like a 1 ounce shot pot. So I did this in my bedroom, like as a combo, and it was good. It was nice. I like it. It was very reminiscent of Jammy Time. Now, Jammy Time is a powerhouse for me, so Jammy Time will always be stronger, but this was still lovely. And if I'm in a place where I don't feel comfortable, or I'm not placing an order anymore with Scentsy, then this is an absolute brilliant dupe to add on. So that was that. And then the rest might seem random, but I'm sharing it anyway. So if you are a wax obsessed person like I am, depends on your method of taking out your wax. Usually the cotton ball method. So put cotton balls in, let it soak up. So let it soak up the melted wax, and then kind of give it a rinse, give it a wash round. And if there's any staining in my warmers, then at the moment I'm using Scentsy Counter Clean, but you can probably use any kitchen type spray, and a couple of squirts while it's hot, and then all of the residue comes off. But these cotton balls are the best I have found. And again, I know it's backwards, but these are from Savers, and they're £1.35. So they are the only cotton balls where it says large, they are actually large. And I've been, over my wax journey, I have been through many a company's cotton balls, as you can imagine. But for me, these are always on hand, they're always there, they're cheap and cheerful, and they are actually a decent size to soak up. So if I've used 2 cubes of wax, I use 2 cotton balls, and that works fine. Oh, another thing from the Sense and Sensibility guys, this is their 4-in-1 liquid soap. Now from memory, or maybe it'll say on here, oh it does. So it's to use as a shampoo, bubble bath, hand wash and body wash. So, and this is 250 ml. So this was something, I want to say, might have to check the website, but something like £6.99, £7.99, £6.99, I think. And loads of people were buying these, so I thought I'll give it a spin. And what I thought would be handy is I do some cottage holidays in the UK, and having a bubble bath and a hand soap and a shampoo all in one might be quite cool. Now, I will say, disclaimer, I am proper fussy when it comes to shampoo. Ignore the state of my hair as it is right now. Despite that, I'm fussy when it comes to shampoo. So I did try it. Bubble bath, perfect. Body and hand wash, absolutely. Shampoo. Now, for me, I did use it as a shampoo and it does lather. But for me, it still wasn't in line with the shampoo that I use. So I use L'Oreal Elvive, and often it's because it's got properties of kind of like preventing breakage and things like that. Now for holidays, absolutely fine, it did work as a shampoo, and it might be that you're just not as fussy as me, or you've got a different hair type, that's fine. But this genuinely is a 4-in-1, but I'd probably just use it for the 3. But again, if push comes to shove, absolutely I'd use this as a shampoo. It cleaned my hair, that was fine. It was just, I think you're used to what you're used to, I suppose. But that was really good, and that was in Date Night, which was pink petals, chiffon musk and vanilla. So I would buy that again, definitely. More Scentsy room spray. So I bought these when I was still a consultant, and back then there was half price items and stuff, so I probably got a 6-pack for half price. So this made this one probably around £5.50, and again it was like a perk of being a consultant. I think full price these are 11, I want to say. This was White Amber and Teak. This was one of my favourite smells. You guys know I love a manly smell. And I have these in my bathrooms. I've got a downstairs loo and I've got a main bathroom in my house. And yeah, I have these going. So I've got a few more to work through. And then after that, I will be jumping over to probably Sense and Sensibility. And I think Village Wax Melts or Ella and I might also have room sprays, but the chances are I'm probably going to stick with Sense and Sensibility for that. But I prefer those kind of scents in my bathroom as air fresheners than the traditional ones you get in the supermarkets. And last one, bit random, but Nutridol, or I've got sun on it, but like order bin stuff. And I don't normally bother with things like this, but yeah, it worked brilliantly. I think for some reason I must have kind of had some sort of curry smell going on in the bin, and yeah, you just kind of shake this in your bin, happy days. That was really, really good. So yes, if there's anything fragrance wise, then it's in the pot. So that is what I've been getting through and warming and emptied for this week. So I'm going to do it again for next kind of weekend, Saturday or Sunday, depending on what my plans are. And I've also, as per usual, got a couple of hauls. So I'm going to record those next for you and I'll get them up. I have told myself, after all of these are delivered, I'm not meant to be buying any more because I've got a ton to get through. But anyway, let me know what you've been warming in the comments and stuff. Which companies are you buying from at the minute and what you're using? I've had a right mixed bag there. But again, I'm really focused on what I've already got in my current stash and getting through it. But yeah, really, really good performing week. So see what next week brings. All right, thanks guys. 18 minutes, I'm so sorry, but thanks for sticking with me if you've got this long. All right, thank you, bye.